Yo, what's good, East Bear in the building? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kueen Talk. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think of this episode. Today's special guest is Scoot.
Let's
Welcome, Scoot.
go. Thank you for having me 100%. My name's Scoot, Scoot with a T, no P. Because a lot of people say Scoot and they mess that up. Scoot with a T, no P. My pronouns are she, her. I'm from Philly, West Philadelphia to be exact. Born and raised.
I'm gonna
Um,
play
ho-
behind because most of my
oh,
days.
everybody does that. Oh my God, everybody does that.
Well,
Listen,
you
like,
set it up. You set it
I
up.
did. I,
Like,
I set the alley oop up. You got that. You got that. You got that. I identify as a lesbian in the LGBTQ plus community, and my ethnicity just black, African American. Still trying to figure it out, since yeah, still trying to figure that out.
yeah. We were talking beforehand. You said you taken one of those DNA kits, huh?
Yeah, yes, I did the ancestry, and it was so funny how it happened. Like it was ironic because I only did it. I think it was 2, 3 years ago. But my dad had found out that his dad wasn't really his dad, so he went into a
Hmm.
whole like rabbit hole. So I was like, oh shit, like, are you my dad? Like, let me test this out for myself real quick. Too many family secrets. So I was like, all right, let me test this out. But a bunch of stuff came up. It was just like a lot of stuff, obviously in the African heritage, but there was some other stuff too, European, and I was just like, damn, like we really were like traded off and shit like that. Like it's so
Yeah.
crazy how you're able to see it. Like you hear about it, but to be able to see it on this app was like, damn. But it was pretty cool too.
Hmm.
It was pretty cool.
I've honestly been scared to do it. I just like feel like, man, do I? They're gonna have like my DNA, like that's kind of
Oh
like
my god,
weird to me. Like,
you sound like my mom. You sound like my mom. Very, very weary about stuff like that. Like now, all of a sudden, you got a doppelganger out here, and it's nah. They ain't cloning nobody with that.
yeah. Well, I don't think like that's funny, like the clone thing. Okay, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's just weird that they have the DNA. Like, where does it get stored? Like, what are you guys doing with the DNA afterwards?
Mm,
Um,
I never thought of that.
yeah, but I just I that's just something that I've thought of, but I've thought of doing it. I just haven't done it before. Did you find like family members like that you didn't know about and stuff too?
Yes, literally. I was like, okay. So that's how we figured out that we had a whole nother side to our family. So when my dad did it, it said like 99.1% sister, half brother. So he was like, wait, what? Like, I know all of my siblings, so this doesn't make sense. So they contacted each other, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I was able to find some relatives, definitely some that have taken it, obviously, but like I was able to even see those who weren't able to take it. So like I was able to see census records and all of that stuff. I'm like, oh my god, my great grandmother was here at this time and then moved here and married this person, and that's how they got the. It's so cool.
Wow.
Like it's so cool.
So, you say you're in Philly, born and raised.
Yeah,
What is that where your family's from too? Like you guys, it's always been
yeah.
Philly.
Yeah, I mean, like my immediate family members, like my grandparents on my dad's side, they come from like Michigan, the Carolinas, all that. And then some of my mom's side are also from like the Carolinas and stuff. But yeah, we all Philly, Philly. I'm not
Yeah.
here now. I'm not in Philly now, but from
Oh,
Philly.
you're not?
No, no.
Oh,
I work in the Pocono area, so I'm
oh,
here until I'm not
okay. Okay. What was it like growing up in Philly? Like,
in
was there a lot of
Philly.
people of color?
Yeah, for sure. Like I feel like honestly, I feel like it was like an epicenter. Like for me it was pretty diverse. Like of course you're gonna have black people in a urban area. But I was able to see Chinese, or should I say the Asian culture. Definitely white people. Like I went to school and it was a diverse setting, but more predominantly black than anything else. But it
Oh,
also depends
nice.
on where you live in a city on how much you're exposed to. So for me, it was yeah, mostly black people. Very not as
Is it?
crowded as New York, but crowded.
I was about to say, is it city life like?
Oh, the city is beautiful. It's everything. I think we're known for brotherly love, even though we don't love our brothers, but that's another situation. But we're known for our architectural designs and like all of that stuff, like the historical pieces of Philadelphia. But Like it's definitely city. Like you have all of the eateries, you have like that nightlife. Beautiful, beautiful. You're gonna have a
Yeah,
time in Philly. Like you're gonna have a time in Philly. You just might be scared walking through certain areas. So it's hard though. As long as you packing and you strapping, not that way for anybody who gets any ideas. But if you packing and you strapping, you good. Like it's
that's funny.
no problem.
With the nightlife, is there like a lot of gay bars? What's the gay life there? The gay
Yeah,
scene?
so it's a lot of gay shit, gay people. Like so we have a gayborhood, which runs through like 13th and Locust, etc. But that right there there's a plethora of opportunities. You got big gay ice cream, you got like these local small businesses that are on the block, but you also have big clubs like Voyeurs, you got Woody's, and now they have new things. Like they got level two, which seems like it's a predominantly like black gay area, because I don't care what nobody say, there's definitely a difference between like black gays and white gays. Like we all gay, but like there's definitely a cultural component to it that we just need to really acknowledge and be fucking for real about. Um but we have those spaces now. It just feels like there's a safe space for every member in the community. And then
That's
they got
the
bathhouses. I don't know if you know about them, but
what's that? That
oh shit.
sounds that sounds.
It's very sexual. So if
I was
you
about to
are
say that's
willing,
what it sounds like.
yeah, yeah. So, it's a space where you can fulfill your sexual desires. So all of the stuff that you see on porn is low key, obviously, like it's not gonna say bathhouse, come in. But like I know there was one that was in a gym, uh a friend of mine told me about. Um but yeah, like if you know, you know, and when you go, they have everything there. You got the glory holes, you got condoms, you got sex toys,
Yeah.
BDSM. Like it's
Speaking of condoms, have you ever seen a female condom? I'm taking a poll now. I gotta take
you
a
know
poll.
Nah, it's huge. Actually, yes, I did. Isn't it like a
Okay, yeah,
huge?
yes.
Who's dealing with that? Like, who's dealing with that? Like, why are we making this shit more uncomfortable? Everything with a woman is just so fucking uncomfortable.
Oh my
Why?
gosh. So I
So annoying.
just recently seen one. Like I had no idea. And so I was like, oh, now I'm taking a poll. Every guest, I need to make sure, like, have you seen, I need to have one. Like, have you seen a female condom
No,
and hold it up,
damn, do I have any around here? No, I don't have none.
demonstrated and shit.
No,
Like, I
no.
was so shook at,
Yeah, no. Why are they so big? Like everything just has to be so destructive and like extra to the woman's body. Like that's just crazy as shit to me. But yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
um, I've experienced like a gayborhood before. I don't know. I guess, take that back. I guess WeHo would be considered that. Like, in
WeHo.
LA. West Hollywood,
Ooh.
like there's like a lot of gay bars and like it's a strip. So I guess that would be considered
Are you
like a
from California?
no. I stayed there for a year.
Oh,
So like I just like lived tried to experience as much as I could while I was there. Um
man.
and that's but like I haven't been to like I had a guest that was talking about how Texas has like a gayborhood like you're describing in Philly that has just like a strip. I know Texas, right? Um,
Yeah. What part? Like what part? Because it's either cowboy hat or we, real
yeah.
queer. So
Yeah, so that's interesting though. I've been to Philly and I tried the Philly cheesesteak. I felt like that was my main goal is like I had to get it. I think it was at Jack's. Is that
see, just by what you just said, I know it wasn't a good cheesesteak. What it had, it wasn't the best. Absolutely not. You can never go to a. That's like going to. For me, I don't like Wingstop, but that's like going to Wingstop for wings. Like it's just y'all don't have the best wings. It's always those places that don't showcase whatever meal it is. They got the best whatever the fuck it is. And
Yeah.
so for Philly, Poppy stores, any Poppy stores, bodega, whatever you call it, corner store, they got the best cheesesteaks, hands down,
Okay.
hands down.
Noted.
So damn, you
Noted.
gotta let me know when you go back, so I can
Yeah,
show you.
I did the little stairs, ran up the little rocky
Did you?
stairs, did that. Then it was like the thing where because uh, a guy took us around. He was actually our lawyer. But it was like where you sit down and like at one end you can like hear it all the way at the other end. That was pretty dope.
Oh
And
shoot, I think if I'm not
it's
mistaken, the
like in the
art
park
museum.
area. But
Okay.
yeah, he took us around and we were only there for like less than 12 hours. So like
Oh
we
wow.
experienced all that within that time. but it was an
Jeez,
experience.
walking up them steps is damn near 12 hours. I don't know how you did. Goodness gracious, I be having like three pumps. It's
Just,
bad. Them fucking steps ain't nothing to play with.
man,
Mm-mm.
it seems like a lot of people like come out of Philly though. It seems like you guys have like a lot of notoriety. Like,
Yeah, no, because I think I know where you were heading. I think for me, Philadelphia has become a place of pure survival, and that's just not where my mind is anymore. I don't want to be in a survival state of mind because at that point, I'm not living. I'm just
mm,
surviving. And that's what my experience was being in Philly. And I also feel like there's just a lot of there's no hospitality, there's a lot of anger um because when you have a lot of people with limited resources, shit gets real. Shit gets
mhm,
real. It's damn near the Hunger Games. So it's not it's no longer for me a great place to be. And it's crazy because with my with my degree and the one that I'm currently pursuing, communication, I would have great opportunities in Philly, from the
mhm,
radio stations to the television companies. However, I don't find that to be a safe space for me. So it's like, do I sacrifice my mental for my career?
mhm.
But how can
When
I
yeah, when you say
efficiently do
it's
that?
not a safe space, specify what do you mean by that?
Ooh, so let's actually get into it. So for me, I think a safe space is for me to be free of any um to be free of pursuit. I guess that's what it is. Because for me, what I associate with Philadelphia is my family. And my family is beyond judgmental of who I am. Like, I am still not released from those shackles and bounds of my family's expectations on who they want me to be and not who I am. Because who I am is still the shit. But it's just for them, they have this ideology based off of religious beliefs that
Mhm.
I can't be successful in my skin and still be glorified. Like it's so weird with those people, but um yeah, for me it's not a safe space in that sense because I feel like that boundary that I've set will be crossed. It's like
Mm.
she's in town so I can just pop up, or I might see them somewhere because although Philly is a predominantly big space, it's still a small city at the same time. So yeah, I think that that's the biggest piece of a safe space for me, not to mention just the different level of violence that's going on now. I'm not going to act like it was just such a sanctuary and a heaven when I was there at a younger age, but now it's just so much rebellion in the city. Nobody's showing any remorse. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. It doesn't matter if you're an elder or a child. Like, it's
Yeah.
they don't
I
care.
so and your relationship with your family right now, like how is that since you moved away, you set boundaries?
Yeah, I mean, I have not lived in Philadelphia since I was 18 years old. I am now 25. I'll be 26 next week. Um, so I've set boundaries with them to where I can love them from a distance. Because there's just been so much trauma in between there, and there's that generational curse shit is really real. Like,
Hmm.
they
It
can't
really
get
is.
past certain things, and I'm like way ahead. Like, I'm actually trying to tackle these problems and have these intentional conversations and interactions with them. They're not ready for that. So I'm not about to waste my time to have you meet me where you are, and I'm not going to put me in a space to meet you where you are.
Right.
That's just not happening. So with my mom, like, we talk. We occasionally vacay. Um, but she tolerates it. She ain't fucking with it. And I currently
Huh.
have a partner, but she don't deal with it. She
S-
tolerates it.
So when you expressed yourself to your family of who you are, what did that look like for you in that moment?
Well, I got hijacked. Like, I didn't even get the opportunity to be
Oh
like, "Hey,
yeah,
y'all."
yeah. So your principal,
So,
yeah, right. Your principal called
dang,
your
you know
mom.
about that? Yeah,
Well, I mean, I looked. I mean, I
you went a little
searched you
bit.
up.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
perfect. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, I got hijacked. I mean, between my principal and my older brother, like, yeah, I was pretty much fucked. So I know that the hints of who I was came into play. It was this one day I was on the couch. I just remember having a really good day, and I think I was in like middle school. Yeah, I was in middle school, maybe like seventh, eighth grade. Maybe eighth grade. But I remember having, you remember when Twitter had like the headers? I think it still has the headers, but like
Mm-hmm.
the background.
Yeah.
So it was me and my girlfriend kissing at the time, my girlfriend at the time, my first girlfriend. And I left my phone open by accident. Rookie fucking mistake. And I went up to use the bathroom thinking I was safe. Nobody's going to touch my phone, etc. Like, only person that's in the vicinity is my brother. Well, he ended up showing my mom. Like, he called her downstairs. And then out of nowhere, when I went back downstairs, I saw that my phone was on another screen that I knew I wasn't on. So I was like, something's weird. And then the whole atmosphere of the house just changed. Like, my mom was mad as fuck. And she was like, walk me to the store. But she was very angry. I was like, what the heck just happened? Like, okay, I'll walk you to the store. As I'm walking her to the store, Bible verses, Bible verses, Bible verses. You know that that's a sin, right? You know that this is, and she just started going, the favorite line, Sodom and Gomorrah, and this and that, and this and that. And I was just like, wow, like, at the moment, you don't think that it's abuse, but when you look back in retrospect, you're like, damn, she verbally beat me up right there. I ain't
Yeah.
need that. I did not need that. But
Yeah.
my brother also shouldn't have done that. He
Exactly.
shouldn't have
Yeah.
done that. And then so at that moment, I'm like, damn, I gotta pick what my next move is because I don't want to feel this right now because I don't have the ability to live my life to its fullest extent while I'm under their roof. Like there's just a certain respect piece I feel like I needed to have when in reality it's not disrespectful to have your sexuality. But I didn't know that just being younger. Excuse me, I'm fucked up right now.
You're good.
But with that, I'm like, all right, so what am I gonna do? What is my next steps here? I'm gonna tell her I'm bi, because that's not half bad. You know what I mean? Like that's only a
Right.
little bit bad. So I'm like, well, I still like boys, white
Give her
boys though, because
hope.
I know, yeah, 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 just trying to hold her off until I get out the house. Like that was the whole mentality. Hold her off until I get out the house, even though everything before indicated what my sexual preference was. I hate to say it, but football, basketball, like clothes that I was trying to wear or the things that I was like that's cool but I don't like that, like the things that I was doing, the things that I was saying. So all of the pointers were there, but parents just act like they're oblivious sometimes, older parents.
Mm.
But it was that situation, and then so it's like, okay, you're bi but you still like boys, so okay, I'll just hold most of the conversations between my mom is going to be about white boys, Cole Sprouse specifically. Like, why did I choose this guy? I have no fucking idea. Like, this
Yeah.
was the beard. That was the beard for me. I was like, all right, I don't really see white people around here like that. So then she doesn't have to be looking at every guy that I'm with
Okay, so
trying
you
to.
were strategic with
I
it.
always been strategic. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, all right,
I
there
was
ain't no
like,
white
why?
boys around
I was
here.
like, why choose a white boy? But okay,
Exactly, because there wasn't many. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're diverse, but it wasn't many for her to see to start trying to play whatever, like
matchmaker.
matchmaker and shit. Yeah. So then you had the situation where my principal did it because these girls at school was just fighting for whatever reason. And I say whatever reason, but I guess essentially I played a part in that by just telling everybody that I liked them, which was true at the time. But
You was a
um,
little player back in middle
I
school.
mean, bro, I promise you, I promise you, I wasn't a player. I crushed a lot. You know what I mean? So it was just, yeah, my feelings was all over the place, and I should have just cut ties, but I didn't like seeing people sad. So it was like, damn, if I tell you this, then you gonna break down and cry, and I don't want you to feel like what we had wasn't special, or that I don't feel that way about you. But I also feel this way about this person. So it was kind of leading them on, just unintentionally. Like it was never any like negative, whatever the fuck. But yeah, that ended up happening. So girls just started fighting and talking to each other and all this stuff. My principal brought my mom in. I was like, yeah, these girls are fighting over her, blah blah blah. But it started. I knew that the fight was going to happen, so I thought I was smart enough, going back to being strategic, to stay in the fucking house and be sick for the day. That didn't work out. My grandma got a call on the phone, and I think they ended up calling my mom's phone while she was out getting McDonald's. I was laying on the couch again. This couch got me in trouble. This was the outing couch. No bullshit. This couch was the outing couch. I'm so happy we got rid of that shit, man. I broke that generational curse because that different. But that fucking couch. I'm laying on the couch. My mom comes in. She throws my cheese biscuit at me. Throws the orange juice. You got girls fighting over you in school. You try to stay home. Get your clothes on. We about to go over there. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, who told this lady that? Because I've never incited a riot like that. I've told each of them. I never was like messy in that sense. I was never messy. I didn't do that confrontation shit. So I was super annoyed. We went there. And my principal just started letting everything loose. Yeah, and then I see her with this person, and da 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 da. I'm just looking at her like, you don't understand that you are creating such a toxic environment for me at home. My schoolwork is great. Basketball, I'm the best player on the fucking team. So why did you think that that was the right thing to do? But that was that generation back in the day. They felt like that's the way to look out for each other. Like, they I don't know why she thought that that was the fucking smartest thing to do, but it fucked
Yeah,
me
as
over.
a principal though, it's like that's a conversation that's happening now though of just like teachers and faculty being able to out essentially the kids, like if they come with them with information or something like that, being able to whether to disclose that from the parents because it's protecting the child, or they're forcing them to expose that information because it's the parents' right. And I think your story and your example um, is perfect for that because it wasn't a safe space for you at home with that topic.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. I could have got fucked up because
right.
I was mentally destroyed.
Mhm.
That could have sent me haywire. Because God forbid, I would have, taken myself away from this earth. At that moment, who are we blaming?
Right, yeah. And that's a lot on you were in middle school. Like that's a
That
lot just like at that age and
Dude, middle school and high school. That was the time frame. That was a lot, dude. I'm figuring myself out right now, bro. I'm applying to colleges. Why would you do that? Like,
yeah.
what was that about? Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully some the teachers and faculty are watching this and understanding this is why we don't tell the parents that type of
it's like,
shit.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
why. This is
yeah,
why. Because you
yeah.
just set shit up for failure. Like, as if that was such a thing that I was trying to, like, I don't know. It's not like I was doing something bad. Like,
Hmm. You
what
was
the
at
fuck?
home on the
Yeah,
couch.
that's what I'm saying. Minding my business. Damn, like minding my business. Probably watching Disney Channel games or some shit. Just chilling, waiting for my McDonald's. But nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You mentioned that your parents are older, and I think I seen your dad's like in his older 60s. Is that the same like age as your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yep. My
And you
dad
have
is 66, I think. My mom is 62.
yeah. So do you feel like you keep saying this like that generation? They're the way they are. Now, do you have like aunts and uncles or like and that are younger than that still feel that way because of just like is that just like entirety of your family, or do you feel like the difference in the generations within your own family?
I think that there's several there's different types of black sheeps, and I promise you this will make sense. But there's different types of black sheeps. So I feel like black sheeps identify black sheeps and we group together. And then the other ones they group on their side. With that being said, there's probably about two of my mother's siblings that understand who I am and accept me as far as I know, because they might talk shit in the background, but accept me. And I think that's because of education and also, or them being a black sheep for their own reason. So it's
Yeah,
like they understand that feeling of being ostracized and not accepted for whatever reason.
yeah.
So yeah.
Now you say you have a partner now. Has your so you keep the distance from your family, but have you brought your partner around your family or anything like that, or is that something that's just never going to happen for you?
Yeah, so I'll never hide whoever I'm with. Uh, so my partner definitely, like, my mom sees my partner. She knows who my partner is, but my mom is heavy on calling her my friend. At some point, we gotta
Mm,
be fucking for real. We gotta be for real, baby. We living together. You be hearing stuff sometimes. Baby, we not friends. We're not
yeah.
friends. I need you to stop that. But I think that makes her feel more comfortable. But again, like, your comfort doesn't defeat the fact. Um, but like I'll have my partner around, like I'll bring her around. Um, but for the things that I foresee in my future, those intimate milestones, children, marriage, no, I don't foresee inviting family members. No, I don't need that negativity in that space at all.
Yeah, for sure. Not on that day. Do you feel like you have anyone in your family at all, or you just chose a family at this point?
Yeah, I think that I probably like have one cousin that I can like confidently confide in. Again, she's just very we're around the same age group. She's probably like 30, 30 something, but like she's very understanding. And she had my back for a while. But she also has a certain level of intelligence and experience outside of Philadelphia, possibly, but also in a different atmosphere, not just in the Philadelphia area, but going to college that exposes you to different levels of diversity. That includes queer folk, international students, etc. People from different cities, blah blah blah. So like one person out of the many, I have at least like damn near 20 cousins,
Damn.
25 cousins that I know that are in the immediate family. Little cousins, older cousins, all of that. But yeah, probably one. That's
Wow.
it.
So did you go to? You say you're in Pocono? Is that how you say it?
Pocono. The
Pocono.
yeah, the Poconos.
Pocono.
I work at my alma mater.
Okay. Do you have like chosen people that do you feel like you found your group there? You found people there or no?
No, so the Poconos really doesn't have anything at all. But the fact that I live where I work, it limits my options as well because I live with college students down there. As a resident director, we're living professionals. So like literally across the hall is my damn student. And I'm not befriending them because there needs to be that boundary of me being their resident director and them being a student. So no, there's limited options. There's also a limited queer scene around here. And I'm very intentional about the people that I have around me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard for me to open that up, open that space up. Like that to me, that's a vulnerable space because it's just
Yeah.
a lot of shit that I don't tolerate. I don't tolerate drama. I don't tolerate mess. We can laugh, we can kid, we can do all that, but I got other shit that I'm actually trying to achieve. So like a lot of the stupid stuff I ain't with no more.
Yeah, I feel that as we get older, like the friends that we do keep really do matter
Hell
because
yeah.
it's like, are you elevating me or are you just keeping me stagnant? Like,
Yeah, yeah. You said
uh,
that perfectly.
I'm trying
You said
to,
that perfectly.
and I'm trying to like not be that person. I feel like people understand it though, that get it, because now when I'm like trying to meet friends, so it's like, what can we bring? How can we value each other? Like, it's like networking friends these days.
Yes.
It's not
Y-
just let
Yo,
me go have a drink, friend. I'm trying to
okay.
find better. Yeah.
Yo, you are eating this up because I just saw a video of some guy. He was just basically saying like, can we bring back um just like normal chilling? There always has to be something. Like it's always like, oh, we gotta go drink. Why the fuck can't we just sit here, put together a little board on how the fuck we about to get rich by tomorrow?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
why can't that
Yes.
be one of the sessions? Like, I'm not saying we don't get lit, we don't go to the bars, we don't do this. I'm not saying
Right.
that, but if that is 90% of our interactions, we ain't shit together.
Yeah. For
We ain't
real.
we ain't doing nothing but getting
Yeah.
each other drunk and fucked up. But we
Yeah.
ain't we're not nothing. So I love that you said that. Like that is key at this age, bruh. And people are like, you still young. I understand that,
Right. But
but
I'm
how
trying to get
long?
somewhere.
I'm trying to get somewhere. Like this, cause y'all, doing whatever the
Mhm.
fuck you doing. That's cool. But for me, I'm trying to elevate. And I know
Yeah.
that I'm the only one in charge of my destiny outside of God, but like I'm the only one. So nah,
Hmm.
bruh. Uh-uh.
Yeah. Speaking of elevating, you said like you got your degree in communications broadcasting and stuff and a
Yeah.
master's in strategic communications.
Yeah,
Um
I'm a candidate, so I'm pursuing that right now. I should be finished by the summer. But yeah, that's I'm excited about it. I'm excited
yeah.
about it.
So where do you see that take it? Like, what is your dreams when you're
M-
done?
My dream is to be in the entertainment realm, doing something in communication. I feel like I would limit my dream if I give a specific, but
Ooh, I like
ideally,
that. Don't limit yourself.
nah, for real, because we'd be like, I want to be that, and then we get stuck on that road, and then we're not multi-skilled. So like for me, I think obviously the entertainment industry with communication being like the area that I'll be in or like that specific industry or whatever. Um, but I was thinking like a production manager, unit production manager, just organizing, managing. But unit production manager is actually being on set, on scene while things are happening to make sure everything's going the way that it should be planned. Because I have a lot of organizational and administrative experiences um, on my belt. But then with the comm piece, that's gonna elevate that. But
Yeah.
like PR would be good, talent acquisitions, like all of that stuff would be good.
So when Queen Talk like gets to a level, you could be like the production manager, is what you're saying.
Low key,
Yeah.
low key. Look, I ain't look. This is a network. You don't even know after this. It's
Yeah.
up. It's up. We gonna be doing some
Yeah.
chatting for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely. That's what
absolutely.
I'm also like, because I'm from Wichita, so and
Wichita.
It's Kansas. I don't know if you've heard of Wichita,
No,
Kansas.
no. What?
So it's a Midwest, and there's not a lot of people of color. My story and experience is completely opposite of yours. So like I graduated high school and I'm the only like dark skinned woman that graduated my
Oh,
class. So like when I started Queen Talk and specifically for queer people of color is because I'm trying to network and find friends too that like
yeah.
identify the same because it's kind of scarce out here.
Are you gonna
And
move ever?
well, I'm in Wichita now. So I'm from originally it was from El Dorado. El Dorado, Kansas is where like I graduated and stuff. But it's only like 30 minutes from Wichita. Wichita,
Sheesh.
there's a little bit more color. But as far as queer people, it's still very white. Um,
Not that
but
it's
yeah,
bad,
it's
but
like it was a step up from El Dorado, but I do not want to stay here for the rest of my life. No, I don't. To answer your question, like I
where's
did.
your next stop? Where's your next stop?
I honestly don't know. I've just come to like accept that I'll be here for a few more years. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, well, who knows? Because I started this Queen Talk, and it's like I said in the past, like I gotta get planted to grow. So I'm like, all right, let's just stay here,
Yeah.
and I'm still able to like do this remote, so meet people like you, and I'm still able to expand this. Crazy enough, like I actually went to Emporia State and got my communications degree. My bachelor's
Okay.
is in communications too. So when I seen it, I was like, okay, I
Yeah,
see it.
amen. It's a
Yeah.
vibe. I'm trying to tell people the most universal degree that you can get, you always need people for communication. This you can be in corporate communication, you can be entertainment communication, you can be in sports communication. Like this is the shit that's all around.
Hmm.
Like you can almost never fail. Like I hate to say that, but you can almost never fail. You're always gonna have a job.
Yeah, and when I went to Butler first and got my
Wow.
associates, and when it was it was mass communications because it was different. Like it was like I was doing more video work, like I was recording the basketball games and stuff like that. So when I went to Emporia State, I was expecting to do the same thing,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was like more of the PR and
Yeah.
the communication. It was like a different style of communication, like you're saying. Like there's so many realms, and I was like, when I got there, I was like, well, all right, this is different, but I was still able to like find classes that did the videography and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
it all led me to look Queen Talk. Now I'm
Yeah, no, for sure. See? I'm
st-
excited about this. I love your platform. Like I just love where you're going and how you're starting and the tools that you're using. Like so easy to use, easy friend, like user friendly, freaking resources like this. Top tier, top
I
tier. So you did your
appreciate that.
research.
I appreciate that. I'm trying out here like you and I like how I'm finding people. It's just like TikTok is like the way right now, just like sliding people. So I appreciate you just like reached out and were like, hell yeah, I'll do it for you. So I
Yeah,
appreciate that
yeah,
as
for
well.
sure.
So you said, where do you see yourself since it's not really like a gay scene there? You're really limited in who you can be friends with there, like your age group. So where do you see yourself
Yeah.
going next?
Um, that's a great question
Shit, hell, now that
because
I told you about Wichita, Wichita might be on the list.
you know what? You know what? The way shit is expensive, yeah. But the thing is, I really need a place to build those social interactions because I see how vital and important it is to just release. Like, I was just telling a student of mine, like, she's having some issues with, um, like her time management. And I asked her, like, did you schedule in some, like, self care, personal, extracurricular time for yourself? And she was like, no, like, I'll just do that when I can. And I'm like, the same way that you're putting your homework and all of that stuff in your calendar, you need to carve out time for that. That's just as important as everything else. So when I'm thinking about this, like I would have to be somewhere with uh somewhat of a social setting. Like I do like to be discreet and to myself, like out the way, but I need to be at least like 20 minutes to a city. Um, but it all depends on where my career leads me. And I've tried
Mhm.
to have a handle on my career so many times. It's always fighting back with me. I need to just ride the fucking wave. Like right now, I'm just a surfer. I'm just looking. I'm like, all right, let me go. Like it's my time to
Yeah.
hop on it. But so it depends. But not another Pocono. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Won't catch
Did
me.
yeah, is there a lot of people of color there still, or is
The Pocono has become very, very diverse in that way. I keep using diverse, but yes, it has become very black. And that's just because of East Stroudsburg University. Um, and also, it's been like a place where a lot of New Yorkers have come after moving out of New York because it's so close to New York City. They're able to still make that commute, but it also offers some better pricing. So yes, in that way, as far as the community, yeah, like there's probably like a 40-60, maybe a 30-60 with like black and others. But the school itself, yeah, it's a lot of black people.
no?
It's a
That's
lot of black
nice.
people.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's
We
really dope.
we spoke about like your family and stuff, but is your partner's family accepting of you? You guys?
I haven't really been around them as much as she's been around my family. And that's because of her relationship with her family. But
Okay.
hers has nothing to do with sexuality or anything like that.
Okay.
Um, but I've been around them. I've been to her mother's wedding, and like no one treated me anyway. No one said anything to me. But people typically don't say shit to your face. They
Yeah.
talk shit with your auntie and your grandma in the
Yeah.
back and all that. But yeah, she'll actually be up here this weekend, so we'll see. This will be like our second time together. So let's see how
Okay.
that goes.
Hopefully it
But
goes
yeah,
well.
for God
Uh
willing, prayerfully.
do you guys like go out and stuff like in Pocono? Like, how is that? Like, the do you guys feel awkward? Are you like? Oh, let me look. Like when you guys go out, do you feel safe being your like authentic self, like expressing your love for one another, or do you guys like aren't comfortable there?
So this relationship is a bit unique for me. I don't think that we're very like affectionate outside like that as it is. But if we were, my level of comfort is like it is what it is in this area, and also when I go to Philly, like it is what it is. But in different places, I'm a little cognizant.
Mhm.
I'm a little cognizant because I typically travel by myself. So like I can't call up whoever because such and such done pulled this out and said this and this didn't happen. Like, no, I'm cognizant. But I think we're comfortable in our skin outside. We're just cautious. Like we still have that level of caution. Especially after
Mhm.
what happened with different elections and shit like that, no matter which side you're on, like that just created such a toxic atmosphere for queer individuals. So like I'm like shit
You
safe
brought
for
it
real.
up. You brought it up. Did you watch the debate?
I didn't. I gotta go. I gotta watch it. I was out last night. You said did we go out? We actually went out. We went out to a candlelit concert last night.
Oh,
So I
that's
missed.
cute. That's cute or
Yeah,
whatever.
it was dope. It was dope, yo. That's my type of party. You feel what I'm saying? That's my type of
Yeah.
scene. But I missed the damn debate, so I don't even know what happened. Cause I just know Mala probably was going hard. I know she
Yeah.
probably was going hard.
I feel like it's a no-brainer because of like the two candidates, right? Um,
I
but I feel
think
like
so.
there was a moment where she was like, I support people whether their race or the language that they speak. And it was her moment to say, or whoever someone loves, but she didn't say it. She didn't affirm like that part. I don't know if anyone else got that, but I was really waiting to hear like, okay, but you're strategic. So like in her strategic defense, I was telling my partner, I was like, I feel like she didn't say that because he kept talking about some transgender surgery, and I don't even know what the fuck he said,
What
honestly.
do
Like
we be talking
I
about?
cannot remember exactly what he said, the quote, but he was said
Yeah.
something about that, and I was like, okay, that's probably why she didn't mention it. but at the same time, it's like, oh, you're not really for us. Like, and I
Ooh.
think like that's where it gets like between like being black and queer
Uh,
and a woman. It's
uh,
like
we gotta
you're,
choose what day we what and shit. Like, who do I vote for because I'm
yeah,
black? But you don't like gay people. But you don't like a woman. So what the fuck do I do right here? Yeah, that's wow.
right,
Mm.
right. And I don't know, I find myself like in that predicament quite a bit. Just like, okay, you're for me on this instance, but you're not really for all of me, which is another reason why like Queen Talk, like you get it, like you're like you get like what I go through as a woman of color who is a queer person, like, and not everybody gets it. Um, so it's just it's very difficult. It's difficult.
Can we add to that though? So woman, person of color, and gay or lesbian. But mass lesbians, can we? I'm not sure if you are, but can we get into that? Because
Yeah,
yeah, that's a different ball game too. Because now men think that I'm trying to get at whatever, or they feel like they gotta puff up their chest at me. I'm not even worried about you or your girl. And then films, like I don't even know what you're doing. Like, are you straight? Are you bi? I don't even know. Like, we go through a different level of prejudice. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like the expectations that we're fucking bodybuilders just because we mask and all that shit. Like, I'm cool with doing all. I'm a gentle lady. I do all the things. I'll get you flowers. I'll open the door. But moving the
Oh
fucking fridge by myself, let's have a conversation here. Let's fucking have
my
a conversation. Because if I
gosh.
break my back, that's it. So like
Yes.
that's a piece of it too. Though a lot of people don't really like tap into that because the film, like you could play the game for a night. You know what I mean? Like you can switch into um a male looking at you and not a disrespectful way essentially. Like they have their different level of disrespect
Right.
because they just
Especially
feel like
it's disrespect, just like in a different way. Yeah.
a different way.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. It's
it's
I've never thought about that though, but it's it's definitely true because it's a different experience.
yeah.
Especially when it comes to like you said, the men, and I feel like it's that way too with friendships. I
Ooh.
like finding female friends that are just like friends, but you're not really wanting to like be in a relationship with that person. But like when you're in a relationship, your partner doesn't really feel like you should have those. Like, why are you trying to make new femme friends? You know what I mean? Like,
I agree wholeheartedly. I actually have this conversation with my partner like every so often because for me, like it's so easy for me to friend zone people in general. Like I feel like when I'm loyal, I'm loyal. Like that's just it and that's just the fuck off. However, like I create really good platonic friendships with girly girls. That's the reality of who I am. Like I
hmm.
never disrespect, I never say anything like gay or anything like that in front of them. Like I try to keep it very black and white. Like
But
we
even
just
even
friends.
keeping it black and white, there's some like my guy friends I compliment. There's certain things that I say that could may seem like a way if I were to say it to a femme girl, like a femme friend,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like I hype my guy friends up, like you look good. Like, but if
yeah,
I were to
yeah.
like hype someone up, like I could see why it would be seen disrespect. Like, why you hyping her up like that? Like it ain't even
I
that
know, but
serious.
then what? You know what I mean? I can't live. Shit, I can't hardly live. The stud versus stud shit going on. Then I can't have a femme friend because then my girl feels the way about that. And then men always think that we gotta go like that, or either they can't comprehend. Like there's no cognitive dissonance when it comes to lesbian relationships. They feel like that shit is just homoerotic, and it's like no, it's an actual relationship, y'all. Like
Yeah.
we actually together. Like this shit is real. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Respect this.
yeah, we ain't
Respect
just
this.
friends.
So I just feel like
Yeah.
we can't fucking win. We can't win, bro.
How do you personally navigate the situation with like femme friends though, since you naturally like are that way and like you said, how do you deal with that with your partner? You said you guys talk about it, so
Yeah, I mean, I think I deal with it in an unhealthy manner. And what I mean by that is I will try to make everybody friends. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just so that I can hang around this person, like, hey, babe, like, they really cool. They could be your friend. Like, let's all be friends. because that's the only way that I could potentially keep this person around
Hmm.
without having this friction in my relationship. So like that's very unhealthy because then we don't have a separation of lives.
So I have to ask you a question of reverse. So if your partner has friends,
Yo, I
I'm
knew where
weak.
you. Yo, nah, I knew where
I'm
you was
weak.
at. I had to shut that shit down before you even started, bro. We had to shut that shit down because I know you wasn't about to ask if they had a stud friend or a male friend.
Right.
Cause no, no, I'm all you need, bro. I'm all you need. I'm all
Oh
you
my
need. I can't
gosh.
handle that shit right now, bro. I can't handle that
Oh
shit
my
unless I
gosh.
thoroughly. And this is what I mean, like, cause then I would be asking her to create an unhealthy situation, cause now I gotta know who the fuck that person is. We need to hang. I need to make sure we got a certain level of loyalty before you do that shit. But
Yeah.
no, fuck no, nah, sorry, nah, I
No,
ain't there
bro.
yet. That's just a certain level
Yeah.
of fucking maturity I ain't gonna get at, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no. I'm with you though. I'm cracking up, but I'm the same way. But I'm also like double standard like
I
you.
know.
Like it's like I feel like
Let
I
me
could
have
do
my
it, but
friends, but you, yo, that is so funny, yo. I cannot. I
oh,
literally can't.
but it's just yeah, so I got your answer though. That's you would not be okay with it.
Nah, I can't. I can't take that shit right now. Like I said, like I don't have enough confidence in those platonic relationships based off of my experience, and that could be trauma pieces as well, which is something that I personally need to, um, take care of through therapy. But like, fuck no, no, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
I hear you. There's like I have a couple of friends that like my partner like they're cool like you know they also have partners though so it's kind of like we're all friends so
Yeah,
that makes it easier
that's cool.
that makes
That's
it a lot
fun.
easier.
But
It
they're
does.
single and they keep trying
Yeah.
to ask you to go out every week. Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
so
hear
dope
you.
though. I love that you have that type of that circle. Like that's something that I truly aspire. Like having positive relationships around me, so that
Hmm.
we're all sort of learning and growing together and also influencing each other. Not that
Yo,
catty weird shit. Like,
right,
so I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I mean to be honest, like here in Wichita, I'm like with like I said with Queen Talk, I'm like slowly finding that. But the friend that I'm talking about in particular right now, they live in Kansas City. But it's just it is nice to have, and I'm finding that in order for us to have like you said, they got to be all of our friends. Although that's like it seems unhealthy, but like if my partner don't fuck with you, then I mean we're at an age now, and like in the like
Yeah,
it's there's something why there's a reason why she don't fuck with you. Like if she don't fuck with you, then we just probably won't work out as friends.
yeah.
So
You trust her judgment,
yeah,
and that's yeah. Nope, I get it. I get it.
so that's so funny. Yeah, you said you ain't even
Eh,
gotta
yeah, you
finish.
ain't look. You ain't got finished. I already see where you head. Nah, not at all. Not here,
Oh
baby. Not here at
man,
all. Nah, I'm real good off that
yeah,
crazy shit. Mm-mm.
yeah. So and you mentioned like you don't really have any mask friends. I don't, like it's hard to find for you.
Yeah, no, I don't have any mass friends, which is really frustrating because again, I think that the stud slash mass identity along with within the community, it's a very unique experience. So to be able to share that with somebody and truly just have a genuine friendship and a bro slash sis, whatever you want to call yourself, but like that's just something that I miss. Like I've had some before, but once again some weird shit happened.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I miss that. Like I miss that. Like being able to be like, okay, like them being comfortable with saying things that they don't want to say to their girl because
mm.
their girl looks at them like a mask. Like it's some shit we just keep
Yeah,
to ourselves. We keep some
yeah.
things to ourselves because it's like no, like I still have this piece or persona of myself that I want to keep keep with you. Like you're not gonna know like the deeper levels of femininity that I have. But I feel like I can express it to my bro friend. So
Yeah.
like yeah, I miss that for sure.
Well, you got a friend in me for sure.
Listen,
It's
look, we locked in after this. I ain't playing.
hey,
As soon
yes.
as we get off this
Uh,
damn call, I'm like, oh, what's your number? All right.
yes, for sure, for sure. Are you a gamer? I found some gamers on through
No,
this. Like,
no,
yeah,
for sure. I am. What do you play though? Like, please don't
COD
say
or
Call of Duty.
Fortnite. You said please don't.
God damn. Listen,
What do you
no,
play? Madden
I, pl-
2K?
yeah, I play 2K. I play Madden, but I do play Fortnite. I'll do Fortnite. Call of
Yeah,
Duty is just too fast for me and shit. Like,
yeah.
we'll be done. We'll be killed. Like that might end our friendship right then and there because I'll be
That's
killed in two
funny.
seconds.
Yeah.
Before, I'll be
No,
frying on Fort.
dude, my bro's been trying to get me on 2K and Madden for so long, so long. I
For
just
real.
need to get it and just do it because that's the only game those are the only two games he ever plays. Um, and
What do you have? Xbox or wait, are you an Xbox person or a
I'm,
PS person?
I have both, but I mostly play PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
PlayStation is.
yeah,
Well, I used to
yeah.
just have an Xbox, but then like once I switched over to PlayStation and the controller just felt so much nicer in my hands, I was like, oh,
Hmm.
that's where it's at.
The controller effect, I'm telling you, that should have fucked everything up.
Yeah,
Everything.
but
Especially if you play multiple games and you try to switch. Like I have the Switch, I have the PS4, I have the PS5, I got the VR for the PS5, and I got
oh, you a gamer?
I don't even play. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily get into it anymore because those friendships and that shit. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like stuff like that is fun to do with other people. I
Right,
could
yeah.
play solo shit, but like
I don't ever get on
nah.
the game without a homie. Like somebody got to
Yeah.
get on.
No,
Eh,
that's what I'm saying. Yo, somebody gotta tap in. If nobody tapping
yeah,
in, then I guess I ain't playing for the day. Fuck it.
right.
So
Yo,
yeah.
he locked in
Yeah.
though. We're for sure locked in.
No, for
Um,
real.
I you seem like a real genuine person, and like we we get each other.
We here with it. We here with it. We here with it. 100%. We here with it.
Yeah, I think the same way as you, and as I said like earlier, just like friends understanding like at a level now we're trying to network while being friends and grow and elevate with
Yeah.
each other. So anybody on that wavelength and like you understand my identity full heartedly, so it's a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
For
No-brainer. Scoot, what would you like to leave the audience with today?
Whoo. I mean, man, that was a hell of a question. I wouldn't even hold you. You actually got me stumped right now. What would I like to leave the audience with? I think I should have identified the audience first because I know that it's queer people, but what's the age range? Because it depends. Like I would have different things to say to different people. But I think for me it's just sit tight and like truly take care of yourself. Like I know that's like so simple, but sit tight and take care of yourself. Because you might be working more than your body is willing or able to be working. And like I felt extreme burnout. I felt extreme compassion fatigue within this last year because I was given everything and given like all of me to things and people that were not reciprocating. And that whole like if you don't have nothing in your cup shit, yeah, if you don't have nothing in your cup, you're crushed. Like you don't have nothing. Like I was dry. I am dry right now. So just reciprocating. Like if people aren't reciprocating back to you, just sit tight and take care of yourself. Like sit tight and take care of yourself.
Yeah, I want to ask just like one more specific question to your story that
Yeah.
other audience, the guests, might be able to relate to, and that is, you said you left home at 18 years old just because you didn't feel like you could be safe in your 100% authentic self in that environment. So someone may be struggling and dealing with the same thing. And what are ways that you specifically did and helped you to get to the point to where you are now?
I think that I've always tried to find opportunities that benefited me. So when I left at 18, that was because I was going to college. But I made the conscious decision on going to a college that was far away from my hometown. So I wasn't easily accessible, but I wasn't far enough to where people couldn't reach me if they needed to. So just finding resources, look up your local LGBTQ um, supports that are within your communities. Um, Yet finding opportunities like college or trade schools or internships, externships, and stuff like that that may pay for you to stay there or may pay for you to travel or whatever the case may be. Because really, like, knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is wealth. So once you have this wisdom on what your resources are, you're able to establish things for yourself. Because once you become independent, you don't really give a fuck about what people got to say and all of that. So one of the things that I pinpointed in our conversation was the fact that I was under my mom's roof. So I felt like I was really confined to that space because I didn't have a house somewhere else. I didn't have this, I didn't have that. But with my resources and building my credit and stuff like that, with that knowledge of how life actually works outside of that toxic ass home, I was like, okay, I can do this to make sure that I'm good. So I don't have to speak to you if I don't have to because you're not paying this, you're not doing anything for me for real. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
develop them resources.
Yep. Scoot, thank you so much for being a guest on Queen Talk. Your story is amazing. I think a lot of people are gonna relate to this, and even me. Just like you made me see something different too. I've always said, just like being a person of color who's a woman who's queer, but like you're right, being a masked woman also just like puts this layer on it that I knew existed, but like talking with you and getting that like there's a different understanding that I was able to realize today. So I appreciate that, and you leaving your home like I said at 18 and finding the courage, like even though you had to do that resource on your own, like finding a college, like finding those resources for yourself, like that's a lot of work, and just you had to do that for your mental, like for yourself,
Yeah,
and understanding that like Queen Talk, not everybody has an easy story. I'm fortunate enough to have a family that is accepting of me, and it's not always that way. Like it's hard out here, and when you have to do it by yourself, um and just like getting outed at by your principal too, just like it's just like a lot of layers that you've had to go through, and you seem like a strong woman right now, so kudos to you, and keep elevating your life, and setting those boundaries. I think is needed for sure, and I think you've perfected that to a T, so good for
I
you.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I thank you for having me. Like I said, I was when you contacted me and I went through your page, I was like, yeah, you're doing something. Like you have a voice and like you're allowing people to be heard while everyone else in the world is trying to shush these stories. So I really appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to be on your show.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. If you guys want to be a guest or Scoot, you know anybody else, send them my way. I got the link below. Scoot, your information will be below as well.
It's lit.
Hey, you on TikTok? I mean, you be posting on TikTok quite a bit. I see you on there. Follow
I be on
game
the
up.
talk. But Instagram is really where I be, yo.
Yeah.
WP underscore scoot on the gram. That's where I am. I got several Instagrams, but that's my like personal where you see me authentically. So
Yeah, we'll make sure that's below. You guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of this episode. As always, family, friends, strangers, love. Be nice.